What is up, guys? In today's video we have another Inside the Mind style video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do find this helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below which POI was your favorite on the Chapter 4 island for Zero Build, because like the spectating video I recently made, kind of crazy that this is the final Inside the Mind video that I'm making on this island. It does not feel like this map is ready to end yet. I think partially that's just because they haven't completely ruined it, whereas like typically at the end of a chapter they just like destroy the map. We had like the Chrome in Chapter 3 and the Rift Zones in Season X. I think it's only fitting I go Brutal Bastion for the final time, since this probably was my favorite POI for Zero Build in Chapter 4. Once Faulty Splits got vaulted, removed, I don't think I really went here in Season 1, but I started going here in Season 2, I think, of Chapter 4. So let's get it. But yeah, as far as endings of chapters go, I think Chapter 4 is my favorite. Every other chapter I've been very burnt out at the end and very ready for it to leave. But I think Chapter 4 was solid. Very good time to be playing the game. I just need to stop looking for that kill, man. That was bad. That's not a good habit to have. Like, if you can get kills off spawn, awesome, but you don't want to be like overcommitted to it like I was. I had done nothing to that guy. We had a sniper. The likelihood of me killing him there is not very good. Like, he might get an SMG or something and then just like barrel stuff me, game over. But that is, like I said, a bad habit that I have. I like shooting people out of the sky. And again, I don't think you should never do it, but just kind of know when it's likely to work out for you and when it isn't. In that situation, I am way better off just getting more loot. Same with here. I'm not happy with my close range loot here. I would like to have a shotgun. Take these. I could have eaten an extra slice of pizza when I had that box. I didn't realize I only had 90. My timing to third party that fight is gone, so I'm probably just gonna back up. They ended it. I don't even know where they were, if they were in that or there. I'm not too sure. I don't even know which I'd rather have between the Maven and the Infiltrator, men. I think this season was great, but that is probably one of the weaker aspects of this season for me. Is just like the loot pool is okay, but there's certain items that I just don't ever want to use, you know? Like as far as shotguns go, I only ever want to use the Sharp Tooth unless it's like the exotic Maven. That's a completely different gun, you know? But like I don't really like using the base Maven or the Infiltrator or even the Stake shotgun. I forgot that was a thing. And then like SMGs or just spray weapons in general. I pretty much only ever, this guy might overpeak. Nice. I was gonna say, as SMGs, I kind of only ever want to use a combat SMG. I don't really like using the suppressed pistol, the base version very much, or the first sub. And then ARs, like the Havoc or the Twin Mag is just better. Like it's like, the loot pool is very, like the hierarchy of it, I guess, is like very defined. And it kind of always is like that to an extent, but like I don't know why this season it just hit harder to me. Like last season for spray, we had like the Flapjack AR, the TAC pistol. Did we have the TAC pistol still last season? And the combat SMG? It's like all of them were decent. There's an AI. Someone's been here with that ice wall. I'm just gonna go see Cabby, get some shockwaves, and go to this ice tower. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this several times, but if I have the time in Brutal, I would rather just pad to here, get shockwaves, and then go for this radio tower rather than getting the one at Ice Lake, because I don't know, that Ice Lake is just like a tilting area to be in Zero Build. Even in builds, I would prefer not to fight there, and I'm going to be getting shockwaves in this time, so I feel like this just works out so much better. Oh my gosh. I was just baiting the NPC and my shockwave, like, kind of, I threw it wrong the first time. Alright, we kill him. GG's. That is how you turn fights. Break line of sight and reset it. And then get beams and advance from there. I didn't think that guy was very good. Pushing him after I had him weak was kind of sus because we're both weak, but like I said, I didn't think he was very good. If he was, I wouldn't have been alive at that point in the game still, you know what I mean? Like, that engage was so bad for me. And I messed up throwing my shockwave the first time. Like, I wanted to be, like, in that corner and then shockwave away, but I, like, had it, like, on me. So we kind of went more up than I wanted and less, like, just sideways. I don't know where he was. Was he sitting in this leaf pile? Bro, people, like, raging about this Fortnite saying there's no jump scare zombies or anything. That person was a jump scare zombie. That's crazy. That's also why fast heals are so good. If I had like minis or big, I mean minis are somewhat fast, but just like the pizza is so much better. If I had like minis or bigs in that situation, I wouldn't be able to immediately be back to like full shield and like ready to fight that. But the pizza is good for it. And you could, I've seen people make the argument that like slurps aren't good because it takes a little while to get your health back, and that is true. But like one of the nice things about slurp is you can drink it and then you're regenerating from that point forward. And so it's like you can keep shockwaving away. You can just, you have more freedom to do what you want with slurps. And then also you have the ability to, you know, pop it going into a fight and just have the HP regen over the course of that fight. But it's like, yeah, as far as just like straight up healing goes, the exotic slaps are probably better for sure. But you have to actively be using them to get health, whereas slurps you pop it once and you're going from there. So that's why I would like to just have slurps. And I think I've talked about this before in one of these videos, I'm not sure. But I also feel like I'm more likely to find slurps as the game goes on. Whereas like you might find exotic slaps in like hollow chests, or you might find another llama, but like people don't carry them as much. And it's not like everybody you kill is gonna have slurps, but I feel like they are somewhat common in game. Someone like shot at me from this direction. And I know there's a gold AR there. I was just like less concerned about AR rarity and more concerned about that guy not landing directly on me in 50-50. Like I have a purple one, it's fine. Even if he took the gold one and left, it's like not the end of the world to me. What loot did you have? Double stake shotgun, bro? What are you doing? That is not the play. I heard a motorcycle right before I rifted. Bro, I'm so confused. I don't know where that person is. Am I blind? The double key hollow chest here. Rip, no Maven. That's kind of annoying. I wasted that rift. What I would have liked to have done there is rift to Rumble Ruins and then get an exotic Maven. Or like at least rift close to Rumble Ruins and then get exotic Maven. I also could have waited until the combat cache spawned, like kind of hung out in that area a little bit longer and then rifted as soon as cache spawned. And then we could have glided to it. But I heard like a motorcycle, I think, and then I kind of wanted to like see if maybe we get that kill or not. Like if we have decent opportunity to fight that player. Come on, man. Come on. Reversing these things is like the most struggle on the Fortnite island. Oh my gosh. So I'm like pretty anti-cars in video games. These shooters. One of the things that initially kind of attracted me to Fortnite over PUBG at the time was just the fact that like there was no cars in Fortnite and you didn't have to like worry about that. Whereas like a lot of PUBG seemed to be about like getting a car and then playing off your car. And it's just like, again, it's never been something I'm the biggest fan of, but like even I don't know, like I feel like they shouldn't make the cars like trash off-road the way they are. I think it's kind of weird. We'll see what this guy had. He might have had an exotic Maven because he kind of was coming from that direction. What the heck was that? He like shockwave backwards at me, but didn't turn around. And I like shockwaves backwards at people, but it's like usually I turn around, you know? Okay, this guy just had terrible loot. Lovely. We can use this for the 1 minute of unlimited sprint. I'll leave some of them in case I want it later. But it's like not enough to really benefit somebody. Like they're not just gonna get a full stack of it. Oh, that stinks. Lost out on getting high rarity combat cash for nothing. Some two unique individuals that we just ran into there. Was there a witch's broom here? Yeah, okay. There was one here as well, behind me. I know, I saw it, but I was just like more concerned about getting shockwaves back off their bodies, and then if I had to walk backwards and get it, I'd walk backwards and get it. But now we can go get an exotic Maven, I guess, from Rumble Ruin. Island spawns over there as well. You could hurry up combat cash, and that would be like incredible. Just so we go a little faster. I think my timing on this is going to be kind of weird. I think we're going to be like late on island because I want to get my cash and get an exotic Maven. Probably should have just done this from the get-go. Like I took me longer to walk back over to this after that fight. Than if I just did broom shockwave like immediately after I fought those people over there. And one thing you can do, I can't do it right now because my broom's on cooldown, but I could shockwave myself straight up and then activate my broom at the peak of my height, and then I could have gotten onto island that way, and that's one thing you can do to catch a decent amount of people off guard. It works really well if you have soaring sprints, but even without soaring sprints, it'll work in some areas. Like since I was already kind of on the high ground of that temple, I'm pretty sure it would have worked. This guy zipped up, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he zipped up all the way. Because like he wasn't on the zipline for very long, but he like, it might have been long enough for him to get up here. So I don't know if he's in the mine or not, but I haven't heard anything. I didn't like see or hear anything when I like walked over to the edge. And that's one of the reasons why if I'm fighting island, I like getting the thing like close to being captured and then get off of it. That way if someone does kind of sneak on the island like that and we don't know exactly where they are, I can just like start the cap again and then get that radar ping. Oh gosh. Bro, this guy is elusive. Right there, you just want to focus the person that's a more imminent threat. This guy was being weird and then he shockwaves away. We'll just let him go, and then, you know, focus the guy that's landing on me. I don't know if he ended up off of island or not, and I don't really think I'm ever going to understand the way that player is playing the game. They're sneaky. Alright, nice. We got a shot on him. That first shot only does like 30 damage, not the biggest deal, but what's nice about it is that it gives me my faster fire rate. The exotic Maven gets a faster fire rate, and you get a faster movement speed for every shot you hit. Like, it kind of scales up into the point where you reach your max fire rate. So just getting that first shot on him and then giving myself a faster fire rate, not only is it gonna, you know, make my gun shoot faster, but also we're gonna get to the max fire rate even faster in that fight than if we go in just with no damage on him. We just got sniped at from somewhere, I think. I think it's from that mountain. Yeah. Is there a sniper on this body? That would be incredible. I see that MK, but I don't really care for it. I would rather have the twin mag AR. I want to play this side of the roof, that way we're not exposed to that sniper. Yesterday's video I made about controller tips, I talked about left stick aiming. That was like a good example of it. Like, that entire time I was just kind of like aiming with my strafe. Like, I was keeping my aim level with him, like as far as where his character was, and then like strafe aiming a lot to correct my aim a bit. And again, same thing with that fight on him on the roof. He just brooms away. But, you know, first few shots, not the biggest damage, but it doesn't matter because we're getting a higher fire rate off it. Just like you want, like the first 2 shots are kind of when this exotic Maven is at its worst. Like once you hit 2 to 3 shots, that's when it starts shooting incredibly fast. And I also have the augment, which makes it to where I get ammo back from sprinting. Alright, actually, never mind. I was gonna say, like, we can, like, sprint around on that roof a little bit during our peaks, and that'll get us ammo back, but it takes, like, an hour to get ammo. I didn't realize the augment took that long. We used to sprint for quite some time. But yeah, even if you're, like, as long as you're not, like, standing on top of the person, you know, and just, like, a 50-50 where y'all have no cover, then you're... What the heck? You're going to be able to back up and reload, because this gun does reload pretty quick. And I think it maybe even reloads faster once you've hit some shots on the person. I do not enjoy this zone at all. The trees, like I like this chapter 4 map, but the jungle is not it. Anytime I play a zone like this, my enjoyment of the game is certainly lower. Like, all these trees typically aren't very good cover. It's just good, like, concealment. And so I feel like you end up in a lot of situations where just a bunch of players are kind of playing to do nothing. And, like, no one wants to be the first person to shoot. Is this in zone? This temple is, like, the next zone, but you almost don't even want to be here. Because, like, the rest of the area is going to focus you. And like I said earlier with the trees, anyone can be on them hiding. They did a lot of damage to me with the combat SMG, but the exotic Maven is just so brutal in fights like that. The pump SMG player has to be like perfect, and he has like high rarity stuff, which like increases chances. But like the exotic Maven is just so dumb. Like, I'm surprised it has existed in the game for this long. I think that is like the biggest knock against Zero Builds from like the time it was added until afterwards, is just that you have this kind of skill-less barrel stuff shotgun. I could have broomed there, but I didn't want to, because then we would have gotten stuck in the animation where I had to like pull my gun out again. I kind of wanted to just like get close to this hill and then shockwave myself up and then shockwave him off. This other person pulled up. I thought this guy was going for the crown. They have the katana. I don't know where he is. I thought he was like under one of those. He just threw a pizza. Feels bad. He was like blending in there for me. He might have been there the whole time and I just didn't see him until the he threw the pizza. I heard it activate. Alright, I don't know if this guy's just playing the side of this or not. Okay. I thought he was maybe just chilling behind this thing, so I was gonna again just try to shockwave myself up and then shockwave him away. He's walking up here. This is just again, that angle is just so brutal for the person coming up versus an exotic maven, because I can kind of just play like weird kind of angles where I'm jumping around shooting at them. If you guys play height and build mode, it's like kind of a similar angle. But also, once I get decent damage, I can just hop on him and like know that my maven is going to win the fight because the gun is broken. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, informative, interesting. As always, if you did, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more. Comment down below what your favorite POI has been on the Chapter 4 island. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.